People of the Purple Butterfly here, otherwise known as People of Seven on Twitter and YouTube, People of elsewhere on the internet. My blog is located at purplebutterfly-people.blogspot.com. My soaps, Purple Butterfly Soaps, can be located at people.etsy.com, and my t-shirt designs, purplebutterfly-people.tmail.com. And I just spent the last 2 days looking for black-eyed peas. Kroger's was completely sold out of the dry black-eyed peas, the frozen black-eyed peas, and the canned black-eyed peas. Rumpke, Biggs, same deal. I went on ahead and cooked the traditional Monday meal minus the black-eyed peas. In other words, we had greens, we had yams, we had ham, we had cornbread. We didn't have black-eyed peas. Well, yesterday I seen a friend of mine at the store, and she said, "How are you?" I said, "I'm worn out because we had a wedding on at the end of watch night service, and you know, driving through the city trying to find the venue, so forth and so on. You know, by the time I got home, it was well after 3 o'clock in the morning." So basically, we got dinner together when we woke up, minus the black-eyed peas. And, oh, I left my glasses over there. I was wondering where they went. In the meantime, you know, I was looking for them, and she goes, when I seen her today, she goes, "Well, how did everything turn out?" I said, "The wedding was beautiful. The money meal was great. We're just missing black-eyed peas." She said, "Did you try Save-A-Lot?" I went, "Who, what?" Apparently, there's this store that, there used to be a Kroger's about a mile in the other direction from me, next to a high school. And the high school went away. It's now a language academy. And that Kroger's went away, but apparently the Kroger's was taken over by a new company that's called Save-A-Lot. It's a grocery store as well. It's just not Kroger's. Basically, when they closed that Kroger's, we all went to a different Kroger's. It never occurred to us, check back, see if they opened up another, you know, grocery store in that same location. And I wish I had done that, because they're not only in the familiar location, their prices are under Kroger's. I mean, Kroger's prices, I mean, if you go by grocery stores, everybody's prices are like right here. Kroger's is right about here. Save-A-Lot is right here. So I'm going to be checking back in. And then they have stuff that Kroger's be running out of. So in the meantime, while I went through all this trouble to find black-eyed peas, and they only had this size can, I said, okay, there's 5 people, you know, in the family. I'll just go ahead and grab 1 can for each of them. So this was Mom's. This was Aunt Faye's. This was mine. This was Topi's. And then here's one for Topi's fiance. 5 cans. And this lady goes, "Okay, I've heard of the traditional Monday meal. How's that work?" And come to find out, there are a lot of kids out there, or a lot of generational people, or what do you call it, Generation X's, or millennials. I'm not real sure what those terms are. All I know is I'm a woman of a certain age, and I know why that tradition exists, because I've been taught those traditions by my mother, who's also a woman of a certain age plus. And she was taught that by her mother, who was a woman of a certain age, and she's gone now. And I'm going to tell you, since the millennials know to eat these certain foods for a certain holiday, but they don't know why. So I'm going to explain the why of it all. Okay, you're supposed to eat pork for your first meal of the new year. This is turkey, sausage. We had ham yesterday, so that still counts because yesterday was actually the first. This is the second meal of the year. But you're supposed to have pork sausage. Pork is for prosperity and for luck. So we had ham yesterday, so this kind of counts. It's still a sausage. It's not ham, but, you know, we don't want to do ham 2 days in a row. You know, some of us have blood pressure problems and cholesterol issues. Okay, now, The second meal, or the second food, is greens or green beans or something green. We prefer collard greens. They represent folding money, okay? You want folded money. If you have enough folded money, then you can kind of ignore the black eyed peas. We don't. I mean, I went through all that trouble to find it. The reason being, black eyed peas represents coin money, okay? So you have folded money, in other words, cash, and you have coins. So basically, money and money. The yams, this is what's left over from a plate yesterday. The yams or cranberries, that's upside down, they represent your year being sweet. So if you don't have candy yams, get some cranberries, because you want to have a prosperous year. So your prosperous year begins with being financially able to afford your bills and having something left over. So you want to start with your money. That's why they call it a money meal. You have greens, black eyed peas, something to make your year sweet. In other words, maybe the bills will be lowered and the profits or the extra money that you would have for like affording a new pair of shoes or whatever, that'll increase. So, you know, you want money to be able to afford your bills, plus extra to be able to afford your wants. Not just your needs, your wants. So that would make life lucky if you had those little sweet things like cranberry yams to go with your folding money and your coin money. And then pork is prosperous or lucky. You can also do luck in the form of cornbread. Cornbread or corn. Maize. Corn is lucky. In my family, we have someone that's allergic to corn, so we opted with the more traditional candied yams or cranberry sauce, or sometimes we're festive, we do both of these. Yeah, but now you know why that is. So if someone says, oh, did you do the money meal on on New Year's, or we also do this for high holidays like Thanksgiving and Christmas, and on some occasions the 4th of July. But people say, did you do the money meal? That's what they mean, and now you know why. This represents change, you know, coins. This represents folding money or cash. So you, and my battery just said see ya. But anyway, you want the folding money, the coin money, the sweetness of it, so that way you can pay your bills for your wants and your needs. So you have needs, that's your bills that you have to pay off. The wants would be, hey, I also wanted a new pair of shoes. I wanted, you know, this and the other. That covers both of those. And then the luck of the draw, you got to have a lucky food, you know, pork or beef or whatever it is that you consider fancy. Some people do filet mignon as the first meal of the year. We like roast beef, but we also have to have something with pork in it. You know, even if it's pork and beans in the can, you still dig out that little piece of pork. That's why those traditions got started. The money meal, basically, that was an African tradition, and it's, you know, spread out to all parts of the globe, but that's why those traditions exist. It's like the cowrie shells that people used to use as currency, and they used to attach it to their hair. You know, it's a way of putting money into the equation. It's like some people have penny loafers. You know, I used to put dimes in my penny loafers. But that's the way of taking your finances with you to ensure that they stay lucky. So those are the traditions that inspired the foods, and now you know why. So if someone says, what you have for your money meal, this is what you're supposed to put with your money meal. You want to put some greens, whether they be green beans or collard greens, something with greens in it. I like collard greens because they taste good and they have the word greens right on the label. And then black-eyed peas, which represents coins. Don't forget to make sure it's sweet, so have some cranberries or some yams. And then put it with a prosperous, lucky food like some pork or something fancy, you know. Roast beef is my preference. I've known people to use filet mignon. You know, we already had ham, so tonight's meal we'll have this turkey sausage, because I keep telling them pick up some smoked sausage, and one person that's real conscientious of, oh, you have cholesterol, you have this, you have that. They keep buying all this healthy stuff, so we end up with turkey. Turkey sausage and sausage do not taste the same to me. Some people can't tell the difference. To me, it's like that turkey bacon. The texture's wrong. It tastes dead on. You can't tell the difference, or I can't tell the difference if you go by taste, but the texture is wrong. And I can spot it being the wrong thing simply because the texture is wrong. I will eat foods that, you know, people be like, oh, that's bad for you, but I know how to modify, you know. When I have ham, just like I had ham yesterday, we had ham steaks. Those are individuals. I cut my portion in half and, you know, ate some on New Year's Eve and I ate some on New Year's. There's no more left and I don't miss it. And then today we have something different. I'm not going to sit there and go, ooh, we got ham, and eat it for 3 meals in a row or eat it for a week in a row, even if we have a week's worth of food, you know. People do that for leftovers, so forth, so on. I get that. I don't do it that way. I'm on Plavix. I'm on Odapine. You can't just do that. You see what I'm saying? There has to be some common sense in the equation. And I modify how I eat it, so that way I don't have to deal with those pills all the time. So let me modify me. I don't need someone over there to modify me. But anyway, this has been People7 on Twitter and YouTube, People elsewhere on the internet. My blog is located at purplebutterfly-people.blogspot.com. My soaps, Purple Butterfly Soaps, can be located at people.etsy.com. And my t-shirt designs are located at people.tmail.com. Oh no. My t-shirt designs is purplebutterfly-people.tmail.com. Y'all stay blessed, stay tuned. Bye now. Yeah, I get excited, I ramble on, then I forget silly things like my own website. Bye, y'all.